And we're live. Okay, y'all, you know what's going on. We have the Carmelo Anthony trial. He was just found guilty of murder. And then you have Rick Child getting off on real murder. And it leaves us with a lot of questions as Black people. Is the justice system only for white skin only? This verdict has exposed the truth that we already know about the American justice system. But we're here in the house with Mind Games Uncut, and
Peace.
we're here with Kathy B. And just sit back and we're gonna get into it.
Warning: the following program contains strong Black first opinion about mature and strong subject matter that affects Black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissies.
Grand Rising All. You are listening to the one and only Be One or None. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles.
Okay, and we are back.
What it do? What it do?
So, y'all seen everything. Okay, we're going to get into it. I got a couple of videos to play, and as I said earlier, this trial, basically it wasn't a shocker to us. We already know that our country, as Martin Luther King said, there is two Americas. I don't know what it's going to take for us to see that as a whole. We had the Rick Child incident, and you have the Asians going crazy, and we talking about boycotting. A lot of the boycott been going on. As you can see, if you got hair weave, use what you got, or go to Black owned beauty supplies. If you can't get there, I'm pretty sure they ship. You're gonna have to not get them nails done or do some press-ons. I mean, we're gonna have to make some sacrifices. You can't be mad and comfortable at the same time. Something has to give.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on that after you get through. You playing video for that? Which one you playing? You playing a video?
Go ahead and touch on
I'm
something.
just saying, I see a lot of Black people. Only thing I hate, one thing about my people, like I love them, but y'all gotta wait for somebody to trigger you to support Black-owned businesses. I'm seeing everything on TikTok, everybody showing these Black hair salons. I knew a lady I used to deal with my daughters when they was in school, and she went out of business because Black people didn't support her. And guess who took it? The Asians. They got this nice nail spa now. So we gonna see how long we keep this going. But I just think I hate to say it, I think it's gonna be temporary, like we always do. We're gonna have to have to hit the reset button. We're gonna have to study the power economics, but Dr. Clark Anderson already had
the
blueprint for us and stuff. So hopefully this will be they'll go forward, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta see more than a month or two. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
I mean, it has to be like I know Dr. Umar, everybody said it, but we have to divest, not invest, because we don't realize that we're investing. Divesting means that we have to separate. We're going to have to get some uncomfortability about ourselves and be okay. We're going to have to be okay with not flashing around wearing the name brand because we're trying to show that my chains are shinier than your chains. We're going to have to make some uncomfortable changes. Remember when we used to sit at home, we used to do each other hair. We went to Black beauty shops. We got where were we getting our stuff from before they brung in the immigrants?
Exactly.
We're gonna have to this all the way back.
We got trust in God. I think in the bill. What's up, brother?
Yeah, let me play this.
Yeah, shout out to trust in God. He one of the moderators, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me tell you. Now, what is funny that I'm getting ready to play is that Carmelo Anthony's attorney and the DA used to be partners at a law firm. Did you know that? You know they were friends? Did anybody know that?
Who that? Who? Karmelo and old boy?
Carmelo Anthony's attorney.
Mm-hmm.
I think his name is, I forgot the name. Bill and Toby, the attorney and the district attorney, The prosecutor and the lawyer
Oh
were
wow,
friends.
wow,
And,
that
and,
figures.
and then people say it's not a conflict of interest. This lets you
Oh, that's
know
a
how
conflict of
close
interest.
knit. I ain't talking about the picture that's going around saying that the judge was with them because nobody knows. But if you live in a small town, in the way that these people are, you even in my town, we used to see after court when they used to have us in there for traffic court. You used to see the prosecutor, the judge, and all of them go out to lunch together. So we are believing, in my opinion, everybody is saying it, that Carmelo Anthony's attorney did not give him a fair trial. He was not fighting for him. He wasn't objecting when them little kids were coming in there lying about their story. That he did nothing. But I'm gonna play this because it sounds like basically at the end, white people will do anything for money and to do anything to make us look stupid. We put our trust in them and they will backstab us. That's why we've been in so many situations where we come up missing or we trust and then something happens to us. They wouldn't mind acting like they're your friend. He wouldn't mind acting like he's representing him to get the black money, to get our black dollars, and then turn around and they're all laughing and cheesing behind closed doors while they put a young man, as they keep saying man, behind bars when they letting themselves go for the same crimes. So let me play this right here. Can y'all see this?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Dang it. What happened? It's not playing. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on one second. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to play it from my phone. Okay. Give me one more. Oh, okay. Give me 1 minute. Let me play this.
Carmelo Anthony was hired. Sam here on the Carmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf trial, and something just doesn't smell right to me. Now, we know Mike Howard, the lawyer for Carmelo Anthony, was hired by the family, but what a lot of people don't know is Bill Werski and Toby Shook used to work together, had the same law firm, had their names literally on the same sign in the same law firm. We're on 48 Hours, worked together for years to prosecute and put away tons of criminals over the years in the death penalty in Texas. So don't you find it a bit funny that two guys who used to be good friends working together were now on opposite sides of the courtroom? Toby Shook was representing Carmelo Anthony. Bill Werski was trying to put Carmelo Anthony away. And you're telling me these two, I mean, they said in the courtroom they didn't look at each other, didn't talk to each other. But you don't think that's a bit of a conflict of interest? I got to say something. He needed attorney Ben Crump in there. Carmelo Anthony did. And all the racists, they're big mad. They don't like to see somebody like me talking like this. But even Ben Crump posted a picture of Kason Allison, a white kid who stabbed another student and got 10 years. Yet Carmelo Anthony, pretty much a similar case, gets 35 years. You see, the system is not set up for black people in America. It is set up for people who look like myself to get off. And this makes all the racists big mad. But you know, they all supported Kyle Rittenhouse, who got off for self-defense. They all supported Rick Chow, who got off for self-defense. They all supported George Zimmerman, who got off for self-defense. It's amazing. And people in my DMs are like, oh, Sam, you hate white people. No, I hate racist white people. That should be pretty simple to understand. And here's a message to white America. Just ask yourself, why do you feel that Kyle Rittenhouse is a hero? Why do you feel that George Zimmerman was a hero? Got to go sign people's Skittles. Yet Carmelo Anthony, who was allegedly jumped, feared for his life, and defended himself, gets 35 years. Make that make sense. How did Rick Chow and his family chase a young 14-year-old out of a building 130 yards, more than a football field, and they got off for self-defense? And Rick Chow had a black attorney. We need more black attorneys out there to defend our black brothers and sisters. Secret Service Sam Out Sampson for president of the world.
Interesting.
Very interesting. The prosecutor for the Metcalf family were friends and partners with the attorney for the Karmelo family. Nobody finds that suspicious. Nobody found that suspicious at all.
Okay, Umar.
I just realized that I'm not saying you.
I said 3 times. I said 3 times.
Nobody found that suspicious. But I'm putting this up. I mean, I guess it's not big. This is Kason Allen. You know, he brung a knife to school. He brung a knife to school to attack another student. Carmelo brung a knife. It wasn't even a knife. It was a tool. They keep saying knife. That's why you don't see the white people saying it no more. It was a utility tool that happened to have like a knife or a blade attached. He brung that for wherever most kids, even white kids, everybody knows this. Most people carry utility knives. Most men, is that not correct? Mind games, at least before they started carrying guns.
Say it again.
About most boys and men carrying pocket knives or a utility knife.
Oh yeah, I mean, I carried one when I was damn young, you know.
Thank you.
I don't think they had a standing ground law. Like I said, and I would read on my when I did my stream a while ago, I was just talking about how each state has a different requirements. I know it sounds crazy for a stand your ground. You know, South Carolina different from Florida, like, you know, real crazy. But Texas, like, basically they saying if he would have just, well, he couldn't have a weapon, no kind of weapon, period. It don't matter. That's their law. I'm just talking about from the law. You can't have no kind of weapon as a teenager on school campus. That was kind of what hurt him with that. And then he's supposed to like not run. That's their law.
It wasn't a weapon. That's where they're getting it up. It was a utility knife. Like he was on track. Most of them on track. Then what they're not saying is that the Karmelo brothers also might have had knives on them. This is why we said that the lawyer didn't do justice. He didn't. The testimony that them kids gave when he got arrested, before he got arrested, they were saying how the Metcalf brothers almost did a football, scooped them up, and they were hitting them. They all testified. Then in court, miraculously, they all got together. Even the so-called Eddie guy, who was his friend, who he claimed on stand wasn't his friend, until they had to prove that they had all these, ate dinner together, all this stuff. And it wasn't a knife to bring to he basically, like a lot of people say, a lot of them boys have them utility knives. They put up tents, they use their cleats, you know, it's just a standard thing, but it's different from bringing a weapon. And we got some telling is that he was jumped. They said one thing they won't say is that the brother would not testify. The brother was in front of the camera the whole time when it first happened, saying that his brother grabbed Carmelo's bag. So how we know the knife didn't fall out? Because they, you know, he said he grabbed his bag, they roughed him up, they had to run up the bleachers to him. Everybody is saying about the same thing, except for when it comes down to asking who was the aggressor, they'll say Carmelo, because he's a black dude. They played the black card, and then yet they're saying we're playing the race card.
Facts. And yeah, we put the comments up. You have a couple of people on the comments say something.
I don't know how black parents are going to protect their kids in a system like this. We got to keep fighting, protecting your kids. This is why we were saying doing the uncomfortable boycott. White boys carry pocket knives at 6. Yes, not just that. Do we not see little white kids with guns shooting, doing
Yep,
stuff?
you do.
This is they. It's a it's a system of contradicting it when it comes down to black people. But this other boy, Casey Allison, he was in Texas too. He brung a knife to school and stabbed his classmate in the bathroom for a fight. He confessed, he ran, he left the scene. They found him not guilty of murder, not guilty of manslaughter. They gave him the lowest possible charges. But when you're black, they want to see
So
you.
what was his charge?
Hmm?
If they didn't give him anything, what was his charge?
It's right here. You might can't see it. Let me pull it up on my screen because his charge was um I think they said he was charged with not manslaughter but menacing or something.
Wow. So nobody was unalive. They were just cut. Is that the difference?
Times in the bathroom. They went to the bathroom to fight. And the boy came out. It's a video. He came out. I didn't bring it. He came out and and the boy ran, the white boy. Let me see. He there he go. Not guilty of murder, but guilty of murder. This one, the white boy brung a knife to school to unalive somebody. He knew he was going to have a fight. Karmelo just had a utility knife, a tool in his, and he used it against two big behind boys because they said the reason why Hunter didn't testify, you were right there. You're the main witness. He knew he was going to tell on himself. He knew that he couldn't even do an interview without telling on himself. And then they say they did not want him to walk in that courtroom, and then you would have a he was Austin was bigger than Hunter. So you would have a visual of how big Hunter was compared to Carmelo because they said that they was almost like 100 pounds bigger. So imagine they said Carmelo never got out his seat. These two big white boys and their friends surrounded him, and they were saying that he was, and then they had to admit, one witness was forced to admit that he said that Austin told him he was going to beat his ass. And
Did you get
so,
to the part? Did you get to the part about the white girl yet?
oh, Carmelo's girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pull it up. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the pictures, but she was white, or mixed, and that's why he thought he can go up there with his friends. But black people, you have no friends. Let me see. Let me see if y'all can see that.
Okay, that's her.
Yeah,
Okay,
hold
yeah.
on. Trying to get the top picture.
Oh yeah, yeah. She ain't no sister. And I know me. I don't call that. I call if you mix, you biracial. I don't use that one
Can you
drop rule no
still?
more. You biracial.
Yeah.
We gotta stop doing
But my
that.
thing is, what you didn't see her there. You didn't see all this.
Exactly.
He did a
Yeah.
text saying, "Carmelo, hold on." And I was telling Kathy, and I'm not trying to be funny. A lot of black people, Carmelo's family was kind of well off because you see all the white people talking about, oh, he used the GoFundMe to get buy a mansion and all this. No, they were kind of well off and they're jealous. But most of the time, when we get well off as black people, we submerge ourselves in whiteness. You see the stars do it. They get the trophy wife and this and that and all this. They get the white woman, and it's like we have to understand that doing that puts us in danger. It's too many stories. Did we not talk about this before? Back when we was talking about Shannon Sharp playing in the snow, how many black men going to be scoring financially or wherever? Just like now, Kanye. Did you see what came out with Kanye about one of these girls saying that he assaulted her? Oh,
No,
yeah.
I ain't
No, I
said it.
didn't hear.
I'm not surprised though. But what happened?
Oh, she said that Kanye stuck his fingers down her mouth or something. Either which way, it's the same old scenario.
Stop watching that porn, y'all.
I mean, it's the same old
Mhm.
scenario. It's a black man in some potential wealth dealing with a biracial or a white woman. But we keep on, but they claim the sister's the gold digger. And then Give Sin Go pulls Carmelo Anthony's, and he had 800 and some thousand. They saying 600 and some thousand. That's black dollars. They pulled it. But yet, how many, and y'all know this, how many white people, the police who unalive black people when they're facing charges, and the victims of ICE and all these people get rich. You never hear them except for Chug the Builder this time, and the judge had to order that he could not use the money in his GoFundMe for his defense. Name any other white person that you've heard GoFundMe or go Give Sin Go or any of these fundraisers hold their money or don't give it to them. Have y'all ever heard of it?
No.
Nope.
America is a double standard.
It's a bunch
Okay,
of hypocrites.
Yeah, America has double standards. Period. Period. Hold on.
I agree.
And this is just a message I put out there. I got it off of Facebook or off of social media. Dear Black people, we are at war with too many people to be at war with one another. And this is just my disclaimer. Please stop unaliving each other. Please stop being jealous of each other because you have nothing to be. The best Black person, the richest Black person in white America eyes, you're just as dirty as the lowest crackhead that you think is out there in the street. They don't care about you.
Facts.
They don't care about you. So the only person who cares about us is when we're going to have to care about us.
But when we're gonna really get serious, we've been having this for decades. We gotta keep it real though, man. A lot of black people just talking. More black people talk. They talk for the moment and get right back to what they've been doing.
It's exhausting.
And we don't even touch on these 10 takeovers. We're gonna talk about that too. These 10 takeovers. That shit is unacceptable. As a people, we're gonna have to, I don't know.
I'm gonna play this right here. Listen to this one more thing, and this is what we're. I want to say this. Where's the Democrats? Where's the Republicans? Not the Republicans, because as y'all say, the Republicans don't care about Black people anyway. Where are the Democrats? Where's the NAACP? Where's the ACLU? Where's the SPLC? Where's the Black Caucus? Everybody silent. Where's your number one lover president, Obama?
Fact.
Where's your star?
With Black
The
Lives
only
Matter.
person that said something is Cardi B. You ain't seen. Where's your actors? Because they are doing what white people want them to do. Be silent and get your white dollars and shut up and dribble. Basically. Nobody is saying nothing because they're going to come out here and prance and play in your face when it's time for an election. But listen to this.
When something like this, Secret Service, Sam here. Sorry, I'm sweating. I was just running. But I was thinking about this, about the Karmelo Anthony case and white celebrities in general. Why are they so silent when something like this happens? Where's Jack Harlow? Wants to dress like he's Mos Def in the 90s. Completely silent. Where's Post Malone? White Iverson uses the Black culture to get on, then switches to country music. Silent. Jelly Roll was a fat trap rapper from Texas using Black culture. Switch to country. Silent. And please don't forget Kim Kardashian and the whole Kardashian family who uses Black men, Black culture. They even have Black children. Silent. Kid Rock used Black culture for every single thing he's done. Silent. Comedians, Tony Hinchcliffe, I'm not a racist, then speak on it. Shane Gillis, I'm not a racist, speak on it. Theo Von, speak on it. Andrew Scholes, speak on it. I'm so tired of all these white celebrities. Pink, came out as a black woman, switched to punk rock, speak on it. Chanel West Coast, like, oh my God, I'm a rapper. I'm appropriating a black woman's soul. And now I switched the country. They consistently use the music, the culture, the swag. They don't have swag, they have wag, white Aryan gestures. They don't support you. Stop supporting them. Not everybody is welcome at the cookout anymore. Georgiana, hey, my name is Georgiana. I'm in my butt your mama. Yeah, Georgiana, where are you? How long till you switch over to country music? Silent. Stop letting these artists use black culture. They love your rhythm, but they don't want any part of the blues. Culture vultures. It's time to be appreciators and not appropriators. I will always expose their secrets. Secret Service Sam out, Sam Silver, president of the world.
What do y'all have to say about that? Maybe if they hear it from a white person.
No lie detected, but yeah. That being said, it still ain't gonna be nothing done. They don't give a shit. They ain't
it takes black people. What needs to be done is black people getting in they took away our, what do they call it when you can't drown yourself because it's slipping my mind. What do you call it? Self-preservation. They took away our sense of self-preservation. They put so many images of whiteness is good for us. They put so much of the God Bible in us that we love everybody. They browbeated us with Martin Luther King. Oh, I had a dream, little black boy, little white girl, blah, blah, blah. They have took away our sixth sense. They have took away our senses of danger.
Somebody said Vanilla Ice, Mark and Slim Shady.
All
Why they gonna speak? They ain't black. They don't give a damn.
No, but they can speak up because that's how they, like Secret Service Sam is saying, everybody came up off of black culture. The Democrats, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, someone in there said, didn't Dr. Umar say something? Yeah, I mentioned Dr. Umar. He said something. He said that we need to divest. That's what I said earlier. Not invest. He said we need to divest completely from America. And as I've been saying this year, 4th of July, I better not see none of you nigglets with a firecracker in your hand. Talking about 250 years. You better grill in silence. You better not be walking around with no and sunglasses. Talking about it's a cookout. Now I understand. They give us off.
Yeah, good luck with that.
But I see you. You better not grill a hot dog. Do the next day or something. We gonna have to. The problem is our sense of danger is not on alert. We only fear danger with each other, and black people or young kids are running around with guns talking about my op. I better not run across my op.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do nothing, man. Bunch of talk. Most of us just a bunch of talkers. They gonna celebrate 4th of July. They gonna get on that grill. They gonna do.
Well, you better not.
Why Juneteenth? They gonna be doing Juneteenth. Yeah,
you cook on Juneteenth. We have to put it out there because I'm hoping that our eyes open. The reason why I wanted Trump in there because I wanted to get worse for our people. You know how they said the frog in the pot. The frog wouldn't jump out the pot. They kept heating up the water. You've heard that since?
Yeah.
What was it? The frog.
I can't remember how.
Oh, hold on.
I don't know that thing.
You in the back and say that you're not connected for some reason. Make sure you're connected. I don't know. It's showing you on stage, but I can't even bring you up because it say your device is not connected.
Who, me?
No, Lynn.
Oh,
Lynn.
Okay. Somebody said why I voted for him too. You voted for Trump.
No. Somebody said that's why I voted for him too. Yeah.
Voted for who?
Yeah, people think this and that. I think like chess. Ain't nobody gonna shame me or nothing I do. Just like when I was on Queen Amadeus show yesterday, and I was telling everybody, they're saying vote for Democrat. I'm saying go infiltrate. There you go. Infiltrate the Republican Party. Why? Most everybody yelling, I ain't voting for no darn Republican. You're not voting for Republican. This is how they tricked us, because there was when America got started, there was no other party. It was just everybody was Republican, and you voted for the person who had your best interests at hand. That's the reason the Dixiecrats came and divided it so they could play games and infiltrated it, and then had us walking over here. And then I know that Queen Amadea and all them saying they're taking away Medicaid and food stamps and stuff. The point is, give us what they giving the immigrants, and we won't need Medicaid and food stamps. Give us business loans. Give us the comfortability of having our rent paid for 2 years while we go to school and while we set up businesses. Give us something that we can give our families so we can produce generational wealth. This is why we talk about boycotting. Why? How do the immigrants know where to find the black communities in America and they not from this country? You think they coming over here and say, oh, well, they need a beauty supply. The Democrats are feeding it to them. They're giving them opportunities and giving us food stamps and Medicaid. We really need to rethink if they redistrict the place, and if I tell you I'm running, I'm going on a Democrat because that's going to get me the votes. Know who I am. We need to start super PACs if you're going to vote, and we need to infiltrate their party. They wouldn't know what to do. It doesn't mean you go by their values. You're coming to change their values like they came and changed our values while they corrupted the Democratic Party and they corrupted the Republican Party. We're in between two racist parties, but we still want to vote, or everybody going to go independent. What the fuck we going to do? What you have to say?
I agree. I mean, I've been saying it, like, black people don't understand what real power is. They get mad when I say that. We don't. Every other group understand that you got to play both sides. You can't be just one side. You can't be on one party. Think you're gonna get power, because our parents and grandparents been saying that, and parents before that been having us do that for years. You got to change. It's time to flip the script, hit the reset button, and like I said, go to the other side, like you said, and you still have the black agenda, but see what they can do. You don't know. We never asked them for nothing. It's a lot of black.
Thank you.
I know a lot of them here in Atlanta. There's a lot. Look at Chicago. Dennis like, she's running for governor. She's running for mayor in Chicago as a Republican. So it's black people. It's a lot of black women. They talking about black women. All Democrat. That's bullshit, because we got a black woman in Tennessee running, and yeah, it's a lot of black women running.
But you got some Democrats saying, like on the Queen show, respect them, but I would never vote Republican. You're not voting Republican. What does this person have to offer?
Exactly.
The Democrats got us so messed up. It's just like the police. We need the police, but we don't. We need Democrats, but we don't. It was supposed to be a party for us, but it didn't. It's not. So we need somebody to get in there and not give us crumbs. It's kind of like, give me crumbs while we see that, okay, I got something. No matter if you're giving the immigrants everything, long as we got something over here. No, we got to get in there and get some power. You never know if you run Republican because they got all the seats. You never know if the rest of the white people, like we said before the show, undercoverly, they might vote for you, because it will give them a chance not to go against their party and vote for you, because you might be saying something that they like. See, the thing is, you got to play both sides. White people don't want to seem like they're going against it, and then they don't want to flip the state red. So why not go in there and disguise yourself as red and put forth policies that help black people? We got to start thinking chess, not checkers.
Agreed. Yeah, man. Like I said, yeah, they don't get it. Like I said, a lot of them talk this black shit, and then you tell them to go to the other side. They're like, no, because a lot of these country black people still, they're loyal to the Democratic Party, just don't want to say it, but they are. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to do nothing different. And we got to change it, man. We got to. We so far behind everybody else is ridiculous. That's why everybody laughing at it. That's why them Asians making those videos and stuff about it. They know we're going to go back to our nature.
Yeah.
You know, yep.
They know we're gonna be mad for a while and go right back to giving them our money and not making no whole change. We don't know nothing about super PACs. We don't know nothing about playing chess. Most black people could play checkers all day, but most black people don't know how to play chess. Playing chess is strategic. It doesn't. You don't know if it's going to work. You can go in there. They won't. They won't even vote. Like we were saying, we ain't had now. Nan Democrat. They want you to be so mad with Trump that they won't let you get together like Jasmine Crockett. She pushed herself out the door. She was more mad about immigrants. That's all they say. We could be next. Well, motherfucker, we not next. We ain't here yet. So why didn't you use your seat to go before Trump and say, hey, we got this, and that, and let's see if he say no. But the first thing they say, no, I ain't asking him for nothing. I'm trying to do it. He's a racist. He ain't nan one of them tried to help no black person. Exactly. They never took no policy before Trump. None of these Congress people, none of these Democrats took nothing before the Trump administration to ask anything for you.
Exactly. And Trust to God said a lot of black women. I said a lot of black women in Chicago run for Republican. He right. Yeah. A lot of them are. Nobody ain't talking about that though, because like it's not sexy, it's not attractive, it's not what black people want to hear. See, they talking about what the Republicans are doing. So you got black people running for those positions so they can try to get some fuzz. So, but exactly. Y'all don't want to support them. So, like,
that's what we ain't saying what Republicans doing. We're saying infiltrate Republicans and make the Republican Party do. Because if some of them black women run, the ones that's been flipped Chicago red, that black lady, I don't know her name. I'm not from there, but I know her face. I know them.
Yeah, so Dana C, and our girls.
So when you see them down there, they're gonna vote for them. And you never know that if you came in there and you running against a bad Republican, you never know if the rest of them Republicans don't like that other white man. Just because we see white people, it's just that nobody is challenging the other Republican. There is no Republican challenging another Republican. We're letting them have an easy go. Like in Alabama, I was sitting up here saying that this white man, he's from Florida. He been living in Florida, but he say he Alabama. He won out on the Republican part because no strong person was running against him. And guess who said they was endorsing him? Kyle Rittenhouse. Because you no matter where you're at in the world, you can endorse a candidate. Just because you in New York doesn't mean you cannot send a candidate in money from in Florida. So we don't understand politics because we've been taught to stay away from it and let the white man and the Democrats and the Black Caucus handle it.
I never understood that. Damn. Yeah, I think Trump supported Byron, that brother down in Florida. Everybody talking about he have a chance at running for Republican. Byron, what's his name?
Byron Jackson.
Something like Byron James. Somebody. Trump supported him, so now nobody ain't talking about that. But now we talked about Atlanta jumped out, boy. We talking about Trump. They're playing.
No, and I'm not, and I'm so tired of hearing Trump, like we were saying, and like we're saying, Trump is not the one that is making the rules. Trump can't do anything but an executive order. But the people who make your rules is Congress. This is why you need to. That's why I said some people need to run Republican so you can get some of them congressional seats. Because the way they redistrict the maps is so that it could be Republican. You could run Democrat, but most people, just like the Democrats say, I'm never voting Republican. The Republicans gonna say, I'm never voting Democrat, even if it's a good Democrat person. So white people are stuck in themselves. So go into their spaces like they came into ours. Go into their spaces and and give them something else to think about because they have the power right now. But you can get in there with the power with them. We got to do something else besides complaining, because I'd be damned if I see y'all marching. Because somebody made a joke. What y'all finna do, march and pray?
That quote was by Nietzsche X.
Really? I've seen somebody on Facebook say it too.
Mm-hmm.
What we gonna do? Like, come on, like I was saying, let's get some candidates, and you could be Democrat and still vote for people think, like when I was on the Queen show yesterday, they was like, I'm not voting Republican. What are you voting Republican? It doesn't mean Republican, Democrat. You either voting for the policies and stuff. And then she was saying, do you see the policies? Do you see what you call it? What is it? Project 2025? Okay, let's come up with Project 2026.
Exactly.
Trump only gonna be in there for 3 years. So what? Go and go obstruct the policy. But when you leave only those people in power, that's how the policy gonna keep being pushed because there is nobody sitting in the room with them objecting to anything. We're just letting them have free range. Just like the court, like with this Karmelo Anthony, what happened? The judge did not allow TVs, press, or nobody in there, right? Only
Right.
certain people. So we couldn't see what was going on. We have to get our ears in the door. We got to get our eyes in there. What the fuck is y'all over here talking about? Move over. Let me at this Republican table. What we eating? We don't want to think that way. We want to be mad. We want to say Democrat. We don't want to think above what, because it hurts to think something different. We don't want to go in there. When they had to learn about the KKK, what did they have to do? They had to infiltrate it. You had black people who looked at white that had to go in there and infiltrate the KKK and act like they were part of them, but they weren't. Did that not happen? When the police go undercover, they go act like a drug dealer. They go act like a drug dealer. They get in there and they act and they pretend. That's why they call it undercover. If we had people if it wasn't people undercover, how did we know about Project 2025?
Exactly. Just like they infiltrated the Black Panther parties, but they started white people come up in there and we the people, all that. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we don't learn, man. We just keep doing the same thing
and yep.
Yeah, I know we got to get up out of here, but yeah, man, that's yeah. I mean, I guess any other updates. I don't know. I mean, they'll try. What can't come for appeal?
They did say that Karmelo Anthony already filed for his appeal.
Okay. Yeah, he probably get it. That's crazy. 35 years too long. I mean, now I'm going by the law. By the law, they was right to charge him, but still, that's bullshit. That boy never had no trouble. He come from, he didn't fit the narrative. See, he didn't fit the single mother, running the streets. He got a 4.0 GPA.
Two-parent household, successful, making money while the other people, while the mom and the dad were broke up. He abused the mom and they didn't have any money. I mean, it was all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what black people supposed to be going through, like most black kids. So yeah, so that really they were pissed off about that. About TikTok, but it was in there, boy. Oh my god, it was coming with so much racist shit. I said, y'all took these shit.
Yeah, they came with me and then saying something about y'all this and that. I'm like, man, I know the people who going extinct and had to pass laws so they women can stop aborting their children to keep them on this planet, and the son don't like them. Got something to say to me, but they need to worry about Epstein Island and why they were letting that white man eat their babies. I mean, come on. But I mean, we're going to just have to get better as black people. We'll do some more updates. And I know Mind Games, when you get ready, you got a big announcement in a couple of weeks or something for the people. Anything else we want to say before we get up out of here? Am I frozen?
Nah, you good. I just saw this. Oh man, I saw this Instagram. I gotta do a video on this. Man, this white girl was shitting outside the car in front of a black woman yard, and she caught on tape. Them jokers nasty as hell, man. You can't go to a bat, man. That's nasty as hell. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. They're one of them girls that them brothers be messing with too, unfortunately. But yeah, but we good though. I think I said black people just need to, like I said, just on this case was kind of crazy because, like I said, he didn't fit the narrative. He came from two-parent home, 4.0 GPA. I mean, the guy was. I think he did a lot of community work in the community. So yeah, just I hate to say it, man. Just I know you don't want to walk away. Just walk away, especially in places like Texas. They law so strict. In Florida, it would have been worse. It was in Florida, but I heard that standing ground law was like a little different. Well, he might have got away with it if he was in Florida, but yeah, he needed a better lawyer. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, she got a better lawyer and stuff.
What I feel like gonna happen is they're gonna give him an appeal. He gonna have a real lawyer, and they gonna get have a better chance. Because right now the heat was up. They wanted to satisfy. That's how it is. They wanted to satisfy some white people, like always. And just because white people, whether they win like they do the games, if they win a game, they go and celebrate by tearing up something. If they lose, they celebrate by tearing up something. When they're mad, they want to go burn and tear up something, and they claim like it's us. So they basically stuck together because they know themselves, and they wanted these to appease these white people, and that's basically all it is. They wanted to appease them with their anger, and they needed to get, just like when they used to do the lynching. They didn't give a take. They didn't care that it was one black person that they were accusing. They burned down town after town. They flooded town after town, all to appease the anger of white people. Black Wall Street, Rosewood, Seneca Village, Lanier. What is it in Georgia? Either which way, we know the history. There's thousands of towns they destroyed out of white anger. And white people didn't care if Karmelo didn't do anything. If it wasn't Karmelo and it was another black boy, they would have still been satisfied. Long as they're black and somebody black is being punished, they look at us as a whole. And we don't look at ourselves as a whole. They look at us as a whole. They feel that's why they talk so much stuff on social media. They put pictures of Trayvon. They put Carmelo Anthony in a dress for prison. They have a hatred for us, and they look at us as a whole. They insult us as a whole. But we look at ourselves as, well, we love everybody. We this, that. We's not one people. What do they say? We's one people. They look at us as one people.
Yep, one big Negro.
And yup. And any piece of that Negro is good for them.
Yep.
They don't care if it was really, if they would have said it wasn't Karmelo, and they described a boy with dreads and seen Karmelo running in that, and it wasn't him, they would have still lynched him. They don't care, long as it's a black body being suffered, and long as somebody in a black family is crying tears. That's all they care about. That shows through history.
Black people, that's why we got to get real power. Like I say, if you had real power, had good lawyers, high powered lawyers, like the Jews and stuff, you got to worry about this stuff and get our economics up, because they know we don't have no resources. That's why them Asians was talking all that junk, the Asian guy and the Asian woman. And some of the stuff she was saying, I hate to say it. I did a video. I just posted, check it out on my YouTube. Some of the stuff she was saying was some facts, because she know that, we economically we can't compete with them,
because then they put us in that position.
Yeah, exactly.
She ain't say nothing that was facts. She talking about the conditions that white people put us in. Yeah. White America put us in. Yes, it's happening, but all that she was lying to my, if he wouldn't have been stealing, he wasn't stealing.
Oh no, I agree with on that shit. Hell no, he wasn't stealing. He
put and then we do take responsibility. This is why we always marching and having we talk about our people. Our people need to do this. Stop killing. We don't never see white people do nothing about stop killing, stop being racist. They don't hold no community rallies. They don't have mothers against gangsters. They don't be out in their neighborhoods stopping it. We do something about it. We admit what we do. We didn't come up with a system to make us poor, bring them in, and then dump drugs and guns in our neighborhood so our black fathers can go to jail. Everything she said was a stereotypical lie. She don't want to see that we got there, because if she was right, she would have said we are here and our family eat off of your ignorance that white people allowed to happen.
Facts. All right, y'all. That being said, I gotta go. But yeah. But we're gonna touch up. Like I said, we'll get back into the whole boycott thing. We'll see how we're gonna monitor that and see how long ago. How long y'all want to bet? I say 3 weeks. I give them 3 weeks.
I mean, I was shocked that they do this. I mean, it's gonna be up to us. If you're FBA and you're out there, foundational Black Americans, go call your people out. Like I said, we take responsibility on us. Yeah. We get out here and we say stop the violence. We got so many programs and so many things. So now it's up to you. Go out in your communities and make sure your people, embarrass them. Put them on film. Take their picture. Remind them. Remember, we're in a boycott. They talk about Target was a success. Half of us Black people didn't never go to Target anyway. Not like that. Target wasn't a success. That was an easy target. Go out here and call your people out. That's all. When you go to the spend time, just like we say when we telling these kids to stop the violence and stuff, spend time, drive around, make sure that you are going in your neighborhood and calling out your brothers and sisters, like this lady did, going to the nail shop saying, "Hey, y'all still in here giving these people your money?" And start making it where it's uncomfortable for us to be comfortable giving them our money. Make each other uncomfortable with doing it. Go to the wig shops. If you're going to go to the wig shops, look up the black wig shops in your in your towns, in your city, or black wig shops. Ask these black wig shops, do they ship and have an alternative? But we got to start calling each other out and keep this going.
And I'm saying before we go, black people got no excuses now with technology now. Like you said, you can do shipping, products and stuff like that. So you got no excuse. You ain't got to go to the brick and mortars anymore. We got this information age. We got technology out now, so no excuses. Either if you don't do that, mean you ain't trying to support. I let my plane. I'm out.
In black businesses, you're gonna have to give discounts. You're gonna have to give discounts. You can't keep using the excuse that your stuff is too high. Stop being a millionaire in a black position. You're gonna have to be 100,000 or 1,000. We're gonna have to do some balance so that you can get the business. The reason why the Asians get a lot of our businesses because they have a lot more sales. You're gonna just have to get by with and then black businesses. We're not going to spend money with you if you're going to go buy red bottoms, because the black businesses need to be held responsible too. You cannot get black dollars and go give it right back to the white society. We all have to play a part in this boycott. You can't be out here making sure you spend all your money. I like steak and lobster too, but you're going to have to cook some at home and get it from the grocery store. We're going to have to balance this out so they can feel the effect. I lay my plane. Peace.
That's it. Peace.